Cool TV proudly presents Kentucky High School baseball and softball. Now let's go live to the field for exciting high school baseball and softball action on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
Good evening and welcome to West Carter Middle School here in Olive Hill, Kentucky for the Battle of Carter County Round 1 as far as softball goes against the West Carter, the home team on the scoreboard here tonight, the West Carter Lady Comets, and then the visiting Lady Raiders of East Carter. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin coming at you live, and we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back with your starting lineups and a few stats and everything else here on the Cool Hits.
Refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
And we're back here at West Carter Middle School where we are just a few moments away from our first pitch here today. And it has been a beautiful day out here at West Carter Middle School field. Sun is shining, and it looks like we are right around 84 degrees, and should be a great game. Of course, taking a look at the matchup between these two teams, they have met several times over the past years, but East Carter has dominated the series here in the last, looks about like the last 10-plus years. As they have won the last 23 games in the series. The last time West Carter has defeated East Carter was back in 2013 on May 3rd when the West Carter Lady Comets ended up defeating them, I believe, by a score of, let me take a look here, 2-1. And so the series has been mostly dominated by East, but West Carter actually coming in with a great season this year, one of their best seasons underneath Coach Zach Stevens. And so we're looking forward to some big things here today. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. First of all here for the home team, the West Carter Lady Comets. And leading off is going to be the catcher, number 44, Claire Holbrook. And then batting second is going to be the center fielder, Cameron Burton. Batting at shortstop is going to be Brandy McGlone. Batting fourth is going to be the first baseman, Bailey Artrip. Batting fifth is going to be the pitcher here today, Alyssa Willis. Batting sixth is going to be Chloe Lambert, the left fielder. Batting seventh is going to be Sarah Reffett, the third baseman. And then batting eighth is going to be the designated player, Kira Spillman. And then batting ninth is going to be Mackenzie Williams, the right fielder there for West Carter. And as we see West Carter coming into this game here today, we'll get the right graphic up here, but coming into the game here today, 9-10 on the season, and they are 2-1 with inside of district play. And so, as we said, they've had one of their best years underneath Coach Stevens, and he's hoping to break that 23-game streak of East Carter here today. But not if East Carter's got anything to say with it, as East Carter right now, they are coming in here today 13-7 here on the season, and they are a perfect 3-0 inside of district play. And let's take a look at their starting lineups here today. And so for East Carter, coming in, batting first is going to be Lydia Combs, the shortstop. Batting second is going to be Peyton Rice, the second baseman. Batting third is going to be the catcher, Trina Porter. Batting fourth is going to be their hurler, Stephanie Tussey. Batting fifth is going to be the right fielder, Adriana Cordell. Batting sixth is going to be the designated player, Emily Biddle. Batting seventh is going to be the third baseman, Haley Hall. Batting eighth is going to be the first baseman, Shelby Felty, and then batting ninth is going to be the center fielder, Abby Boggs. We're going to take another quick break here, and we'll come back with some additional stats and everything else to start off the game here. Original time was set for 5:30, but we are just running a little bit late on there, so we will get everything as best we can here to you, and we'll get you back to the action as soon as it gets started. You are watching Cool TV on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Reyes Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Oliveville, and Cannonsburg. Reyes Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
And we're back here at West Carter Middle School, where we're still waiting on a few personnel right now, as it looks like the umpires are just now starting to head in toward the field. But let's take a look at how East Carter got to where they are at so far on the season. As we said, right now they are 13 and 7th. And if you take a look at the rankings in the 16th region as far as RPI, looks like East Carter is ranked 6th inside of the 16th region. East Carter is 6-0, perfect inside of the region, and then they are perfect 3-0 inside of the district. Of course, East Carter playing a lot of out-of-region teams here. Most recently participated in the Tri-State Showcase, where they struggled just a little bit, falling to Scott, Madison, West Virginia, Pikeville, and Highlands across the weekend tournament. But they came roaring in like a lion against Elliott County, defeating them in 5 innings, 17-0. But East Carter started off the season great, won their first 4 games against Mason County, Lee County, Ashton, West Virginia, and Fleming County, before falling to East Jessamine and Scott County in the Brindley Bigelow Memorial Tournament. And then picking up a couple more regional wins against Ashland and Elliott. And then they ended up going 3-1 down in Myrtle Beach at the Cal Ripken Experience, defeating teams from New York, Illinois, and Ohio, as well as a Kentucky team, Pleasure Ridge Park, or as we always call them, PRP, and then losing to another New York team as well. I said they were 3-1, but actually they ended up being 4-2 down at the Cal Ripken Experience. And then their first district win came in over Morgan County, 9-0 back on April 11th. And then they defeated, of course, as we said, Elliott County on the 17th, so a couple days ago as well. So that has been, and then defeating Elliott County back in March as well. So that's their 3-0 as we see the coaches meeting going on right now. Let's take a look at the West Carter Lady Comets here, as they have, as I said, one of the best seasons starts for the Lady Comets. Right now 9-10 on the season. They are 5-7 within the region and 2-1 within the district. Started off a little bit slow, dropping ball games to Russell, Fairview, and Boyd County. Before picking up 3 wins against Paintsville, and then district opponent Elliott County, and then district opponent again Morgan County. And then they ended up falling to Martin County, and then picking up a win against Prestonsburg, and then picking up dropping a few games against Bath County and Mason County. And then they went on a 3-game win streak, defeating Menifee County, Cross Lanes Christian out of Charleston, West Virginia, and then South Point, Ohio. But that was a doubleheader, and they ended up losing the second game of the doubleheader there, 14-11. They picked up a win in the opening round of the 16th Region All-A Classic against Fairview, 9-3, before falling to the champions, the Raceland Rams, 16-0 within 4 innings. They did end up falling to Elliott County on the 12th, but picked up a win over Fairview, and then their last game was on the 17th, where they fell to the Russell Lady Devils, 11-2. And so we said this has been a great season for the Lady Comets. Best start that they've had, and looking forward to some more games. Taking a look at leading hitters and everything here. First for West Carter, you've got Bailey Artrip, number 4, batting .545 here on the season. She's got 10 doubles, 1 triple, 4 walks, 5 stolen bases, and with 6 strikeouts, and was hit by a pitch 3 times at 55 at bats, and a total of 17 runs. Then you got the pitcher going to be on the mound here tonight. That's Alyssa Willis, batting .404 on the season. She has, out of 57 at-bats, 13 runs, 23 hits, 18 RBIs, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 7 walks, 14 stolen bases out of 14 attempts, and 11 strikeouts. Then you got, as Coach Stevens calls, Brandy Macho Man McGlone, there, as she is batting .393 here on the season. 56 at-bats, 26 hits, 22 hits, 21 RBIs, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, 8 walks, 9 stolen bases, and 10 struck out 10 times and being hit by a pitch twice. And then their 4th leading hitter there is Claire Holbrook, batting .383 here on the season, with 8 runs, 18 hits, 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 8 walks, 7 stolen bases, 11 strikeouts, and 1 hit by a pitch. Now taking a look for the Lady Raiders, their leading batter is also their leading pitcher here, who is Stephanie Tussey, batting .484 here on the season. 62 at-bats, has picked up 18 runs, 30 hits, 17 RBIs, 2 doubles, 5 walks, 2 stolen bases, and has struck out 4 times. Then their second leading hitter is Trina Porter, number 24, batting .476, and doing a great job there. And then we have Emily Biddle with .441, number 9. And then finally, you have batting .365, you have Lydia Combs. So with a great season there as well. Of course, as far as pitching here tonight, as we said, Stephanie Tussey is going to be in the circle here for the Lady Raiders with an ERA of .248 on the season. She's pitched 59 1/3 innings and has picked up 9 wins and 3 losses. Then, of course, you have Peyton Rice coming in there as well, Lakin Nip and Candace Ramey, some of the additional pitchers that's going to be in the bullpen here tonight. For West Carter, their starting pitcher is going to be Alyssa Willis. She has got a 9.29 ERA off of 1,288 pitches. She's pitched 66.1 innings, given up 117 hits, 106 runs, 88 earned runs, walked 40, struck out 86, and she is 3-6 in on the season with 1 save. And so now they're getting their introductions here as we see the Lady Raiders being introduced first here at West Carter Lady Comet Field. Getting everything all set up here. There's Stephanie Tussey coming in. And we was glad to bring you last weekend, or this past weekend, the Tri-State Showcase over at East Carter, where we had East Carter versus Highlands and East Carter versus Pikeville. And we had games all over the place that day here on Cool TV. And glad that you're a part with us here, because without you, our viewers, it is we wouldn't be here as well, because we do this here for our fans, and we do it here for you, and that's why we're mainly here. Taking a look as well, let me pull up here, because we have one of our sponsors that we'd like to thank here as well. As soon as I can get this pulled up here, I've got a lot of messages and everything else. We've just got back from the West Carter High School and East Carter High School. Both participated in the FBLA competition on Monday and Tuesday, and then also with the STLP State here on Wednesday, so it's been a busy week. But today's game is brought to you in part by Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, who reminds you to always call 811 before you dig, so don't accidentally dig into power lines. Call 811 first. This message is brought to you by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, because you don't want to be charged with that, and it's not a pleasant experience when you get metal right with electricity. And so we're going to take a brief break here as they're finishing up their lineups and national anthem. We'll be back here momentarily here on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
As we're finishing up the national anthem, we're going to get a chance to take a look at our starting pitcher here today for West Carter. As that's going to be Alyssa Willis. As we said, she's got 11 starts here on the season, 3-6 record, and has currently a 9.29 ERA. Has pitched a total of 66.1 innings, giving up 117 hits, walked 40, and has struck out 86. Has given up 106 runs, and she's got one save here on the season. And as we said, that's out of 1,288 pitches. So West Carter's been relying heavy on her this season to get the job done, and the record may not show it, but it's definitely an improvement from previous years from the West Carter pitching. They have been doing some major improvement and some overhauling of or not really overhauling, but getting some fresh young players in, and that's kind of been the big game changer for West Carter, because if you take a look, Willis here is a sophomore, so is just starting to get things started in and ready to roll. So as we see here, getting ready for the first batter here today for East Carter. And it's going to be number 2, Lydia Combs here for the Lady Raiders. First pitch is going to be in there for ball 1, so count is 1-0 here to Combs. There's the pitch, just a bit outside. She was showing bunt there, but pulled that back, so count goes to 2-0 here now to Combs. Second baseman, number 15, Rice, is on deck here for the Lady Raiders. And that's going to be just a bit high, so 3-0. So Will is going down in the count early on here to the leadoff batter here for East Carter. And that's going to be ball 4, so walking her on 4 straight balls, not intentional, and so that's going to put a runner there on first. So it's going to be Rice up next here for East Carter, batting .420 here on the season. First pitch into her. It's going to be a ball threatening to go was Combs, but she holds off. So 1-0 count here. That's going to be in there for strike 1. So a called strike here against Combs, or excuse me, Rice. Count goes to 1-1 here to Rice. So Willis' first 6 pitch was 5 balls and 1 strike. That one just a little bit high up in the zone. Count goes now to 2-1 here to Rice. So 2-1 count. Willis with the pitch, and that's going to be swung on and missed there by Rice. Count evens up here to 2-2. Combs still there on first base. Pitch goes just a little bit low, and now we're full count here to Rice. So Peyton Rice has looked at 5 pitches, and count is now full. And that's going to be ball 4, so that's going to put runners at first and second here. So back-to-back walks there by Willis, and that's going to bring up now number 24, Trina Porter. Batting .476 here on the season, 5 home runs there, 27 RBIs, 16 runs, and 63 at-bats. First pitch going to be right down Main Street there for a called strike 1. So first 11 pitches there by Willis is 8 balls and 3 strikes here by the sophomore. So Porter taking off the batting gloves. And that one's going to be in the dirt there. Count here goes to 1-1 now here to Porter. Get the graphic up here correctly, so 1-1 here in the top of the first. And that's going to be well hit there. Goes all the way to the fence by Porter. That's going to score 2 here by East Carter. Or excuse me, just going to score 1 there, as that is going to be a stand-up double there by Porter. So well hit there to deep left center field. And so now that's going to be bringing up here number 6, Stephanie Tussey. First pitch going to be low, ball 1 here to Tussey. And the battle of the pitchers. And that one's going to be hit foul and off the back of a gold Ford truck. Fortunately, it just hit the bed on that and bounced off. But that's going to be foul and out of play. Strike 1, so 1-1 count here to Tussey. So everybody now figuring out whose truck it is. And so, Roger, if you're watching Cool TV right now, your truck just got hit by a softball. But 1-1 count here, Willis with the pitch. Goes outside, so count now here goes to 2-1 here to Tussey. And that is going to be hit there, foul. So that time, not hit a truck, it was still in the stadium. Count here now goes to 2-2 here to Tussey. Runners at second and third. And that pitch going to go off the top of the dugout. So Tussey keeping alive here in the first. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes here in this pitcher's duel. That one's going to be hit right up the middle to second base. And that one is going to be bobbled by the first baseman. And that is going to be safe at home, so 2 runs will score there by East Carter off of Tussey's single. So Rice is going to score, and Porter's going to score, and that's going to make the score now 3-2 here for East Carter. With now number 1 Cordell here coming up to bat. Adriana Cordell, a .438 hitter, 11 RBIs, 16 runs, and 48 at bats here for number 1. East Carter leads here 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. Pitch just misses up high. Ball 1 here to Cordell. So Willis's first 20 pitches is 12 balls and 8 strikes. As we see Tussey there tries to pick him off there. Called strike, end up going to be safe. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cordell. That one's going to be low in the zone. Ball 2, so 2-1 here to Cordell. Great crowd here today. Of course, very busy here at West Carter Middle School as we have got middle school soccer going on, girls and boys soccer going on the soccer pitch. And then we've got here at the softball field the Battle of Carter County, as that's going to be another called ball there. 3-1 now here to Cordell. And that pitch is going to be in there for a called strike, so full count once again here for Willis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-0 your score here in the top of the first inning. And that's going to be up high in the zone, and so that's going to be ball 4. Advances Felty on to second. Cordell to first, and now we've got Biddle coming up here. 441 hitter, 14 RBIs, 12 runs at 59 at-bats. And that is a well hit there, but foul ball as that one went down the first base line. As we said, well hit. You can hear the hit from here. So 0-1 the count. And that's going to be right down Main Street there for a fastball. Strike 2. So Willis getting early on in this count. 0-2 here to Biddle. Hall's on deck here, as that is going to be hit well toward right field. That is going to be caught there. Runners do advance. Or excuse me, the runner at second advances, and then they're going to hold there at first. So Williams picks up the out there. So Felty advances over toward third. Cordell will stay at first, and first pitch there into Hall is a called ball 1. And that one catches the outside corner of the plate there. Count evens up here at 1 ball, 1 strike. Will starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm there. 16 balls, 14 strikes in our first 30 pitches here in the first inning. And that's going to be in there for a called strike 2. So with 1 out, East Carter leads here 3-0. Runners at first and third. As that's going to be swung on and miss, and that's going to be Willis's first strikeout here of the night. Felty will hold at third. Cordell is going to advance on to second. And now number 23, Felty. Shelby Felty up to bat here for East Carter. As she takes ball 1 on her first pitch. And that one's just going to miss. Ball 2, so 2-0 here to Felty. So runners at second and third here. Felty looks at ball 3, so 3-0 on 3 straight pitches here by Willis. 2 outs here for East Carter. West Carter trying to close out the chapter here. As that one's going to miss just high, so walks are on 4 straight pitches. And that's going to be bringing up the center fielder now here, number 22, Abby Boggs. 447 hitter here on the year, 7 RBIs, 15 runs at 57 at-bats. First pitch is going to be down low in the dirt. Good stop there by Holbrook. So the pond is full of ducks here at West Carter. East Carter, bases loaded. Boggs looking at a 1-0 count. And that one is going to be right there. And it's going to end up rolling foul, as that one went right in between the pitcher and the catcher, and it hit the ground and then just rolled right back out of play. So count will even up here at 1-1 here now to Boggs. And that one is going to be well hit to right field, and that is going to be down, as that's going to score a run for East Carter off of an RBI single there by Boggs. So number 17, Felty, scores on the play. Cordell will advance over toward third. Actually, that scores 2, excuse me. That one going to be foul and off the netting. As that one going to be high and inside, that's going to advance on Boggs on to second base. And that one's going to be hit over toward right field, and that is going to be down. That's going to score 2 runs here for East Carter. And that's going to be a 2 RBI triple there by Combs. So nice hit over toward right field, ended up picking up the triple. Just put it right in front of Williams. So Felty scores, Boggs scores, and then Combs goes over toward third. And now we are back around to the second batter here, as we're looking at number 15, Rice. Rice, 0 for 0 official on the day, walked in the first inning. First pitch. Going to be called a ball. So 7-0 here in the top of the first inning. That one catches the corner of the plate there for strike 1. So she's 0 for 0, walked in the first inning, and also picked up the run there for East Carter as well. That one's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes here now 2-1 now here to Rice. So East Carter's batted through the lineup once. Willis now sitting on 46 pitches, 24 balls, 22 strikes. 2-1 here to Rice. It's going to be outside, 3-1 now here to Rice. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's going to go outside, and that's going to put Rice. So that's going to be the second walk here on the day here for Rice in this inning. And that's going to be bringing up now number 24, Trina Porter, up here to the plate. Porter 1 for 1 here on the day, picked up a double, an RBI double. Also picked up a run there in the first as well. As we see now, Coach Zach Stevens here talking here to his team, trying to get them settled down as East Carter's picked up 7 runs here in the first inning off of 4 hits. So West Carter breaks the huddle there. So as we said, Trina Porter here up to the plate. Willis, the second time seeing her here this inning. Runners at the corners. And that's going to be called a ball, and that's going to advance on Rice on to second on the steal. Second pitch going to be in there for ball 2. As we said, she picked up a double here in the early part here of the first inning. This one going to go off the netting here. Good catch there by Willis, but unfortunately you can't play volleyball here in softball. That went off of the post here, holding up this backstop. So count goes now here to 2-1 here now to Porter. That one going to be fouled back into the netting. So count is going to even up here now to 2-2 here now to Porter. Wills has thrown 52 pitches here in this first inning. Last time Porter got a hold of the ball, it went out toward the fence. And that one's going to go down the third baseline. So Porter keeping alive here in the first. So 2-2 here to Porter. That one's just going to miss just high, so 3-2, another full count here by Willis. 2 out here for the Lady Raiders. That's going to be hit up and off the netting once again. So Porter keeping herself alive here in the first. Really windy day here going from outfield into the infield. And that's going to be in there for strike 3, and that is going to end the inning here for the Lady Comets. As Willis gives up 7 runs this inning off of 4 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. And so we're going to be here at the top of the order here for the Lady Comets. It's going to be Holbrook, Burton, and McGlone when we come back here on the Cool Hits Sports Network, Cool TV.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
And back here at West Carter Middle School, where your score is East Carter 7, West Carter nothing, as we're hitting into the bottom of the first. And so we're going to get our first chance to take a look here at East Carter's hurler here, and that is Stephanie Tussey as we see her there in the circle. Great season for Tussey here so far. 11 starts here on the year, 9-3 with a 2.4 ERA. It's pitched 59 and a third innings. It's given up 61 hits, 15 walks, has struck out 53, given up 40 runs here on the season and on 708 pitches. And Tussey had a great season last year, her freshman year, and looking forward to improving up on this year. And I tell you, this young lady, she is a hard worker. You can see her workouts and everything else. Her mom, part of Frickin' Frack Entertainment, post up some of her workouts and everything on Facebook every now and then. And this girl, she is working all winter, all summer, all spring, all fall on pitching and hitting. And that hard work is definitely paying off. So Claire Holbrook up to bat here for West Carter. And that one's going to go foul out of play. 383 hitter here on the season. So 0-1 here to Holbrook. There's the 0-1 pitch here by Tussey. Going to miss just high there. 1-1 now the count here to Holbrook. Got to give Claire Holbrook some props there. Competed for West Carter STLP here. Did a great job down in Lexington at the state competition as she gets a hold of that one. And that one's going to be down as that one went out toward right center field. And she's going to get a stand-up double here. So on the 1-1 play, picks up a double here for West Carter. So the leadoff runner standing on second now, as that's going to be bringing up a fellow senior on here, and that's going to be number 15 here, Cameron Burton. Burton here, a .269 hitter, 3 RBIs, 18 runs off of 67 at-bats. So we get a chance to see her first at bat here today against the Lady Raiders. First pitch by Tussey, and that's going to be fouled off into the backstop here. Tussey gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Pinch runner coming in for West Carter. It's going to be Josie Nolan there, standing at second in for Holbrook. That one's going to miss just high, ball one, so count goes 1-1 here to Cameron Burton. Of course, Cameron Burton's dad, Brandon Burton, the judge executive here in Carter County. And that one's going to be right down the middle of Main Street there for Tussey. Count goes here now 1-2. So Tussey up ahead in the account here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be right there at the top in the corner of the strike zone, and that's going to catch Cameron Burton looking for her first strikeout here of the day. So now that's going to be bringing up, as Coach Zach Stevens says, the Macho Man, Brandy McGlone. 393 hitter here, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs, 26 runs at 56 at-bats here for the senior, as that one's going to be fouled off, and everybody's going to have to watch out over at the soccer field as that was hit a ton. And she might have cleared 2 fences on that one heading over toward the soccer field. Now, if they kick that one in the goal, that does not count for the soccer game. They play with a different ball. Nice little drop shot there by Tussey. Breaking ball catches McGlone looking, and count goes here 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and missed, and Tussie's going to get another strikeout here in the first. So that's going to be bringing up the first baseman here, number 4, Bailey Artrip. 545 hitter here on the season, 23 RBIs, 17 runs on 55 at-bats. First pitch going to be swung on and missed, strike 1. So 0-1 here to Artrip with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. That one fouled off into the backstop here. Count now here goes to 0-2. Artrip plays first base here for Wes Carter. Down in the count here, 0-2 to Tussie. Score is still East Carter 7, West Carter nothing. And that's a nice little breaking ball, just barely misses. Nolan out there at second. A little bit slow getting back, but they didn't try the pickoff there. So 1-2 now the count here to Artrip. That's going to be fouled off into the backstop here once again. I do have to say I'm thankful for the manufacturer of this backstop and how strong it is. These balls have been hit a ton to this backstop, and it has held every time over the past several years that we've been doing this. And that's going to be a nice hit there, but going to be there toward the shortstop, and that's going to be retired the side here for the Lady Comets. Combs picks up the out there as Tussie shuts out the Comets there in the bottom of the first. And she gives up 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base there for the Comets. And so it's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here for East Carter, Tussie, Cordell, and Biddle when we come back here on the Cool TV, Cool Hit Sports Network.
The Tri-State's best gun and ammunition store. The best fishing and archery departments in the Tri-State. The largest selection of Benchmade and case knives. And the largest selection of Liberty safes anywhere. And the area's largest turkey shotgun selection. Get ready for turkey and fishing season at Border Sporting Goods, the best sporting goods shop around. US 60 West, Ashland.
So back here at West Carter Middle School, as it is 7-0 at the end of the first, and coming up to the bat here is going to be Stephanie Tussie, a 484 hitter here for East Carter. Takes first pitch in there, ball 1. She is 1 for 1 on the day, picked up a 2 RBI single to short. And also her pinch runner picked up a run for her as well, as that one going to be fouled off into the dirt. So count goes here 1-1 here to Tussie. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Tussie. Has already batted in 2 runs here in the first inning. East Carter started off this game very well and very fast. And that one's going to be fouled off. Out of play and off the truck again. So Tussie hits the same truck twice, once or hit it 3 times actually in this first 2 innings. So Roger, if you're out here, you better start moving that truck now. That one's going to be high and off the glove, so count evens up here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Willis, 60 pitches here into the second inning. 31 balls, 29 strikes here for the sophomore. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit and fouled off. This time did not hit Rogers' truck. This is going to be the 6th pitch that Tussey has seen here this inning. And that is going to be hit just right down the third base line. And so Tussey is 2 for 2 here on the day with 2 singles. Courtesy runner coming in once again, number 17, Felty, going to be coming in here as a courtesy runner. And that's going to be bringing up here number 1, Adriana Cordell. Cordell here, officially no at-bats here, walked in the first inning, picked up a run and a stolen base. As first pitch into her goes swinging a strike 1. So 0-1 here to Cordell. Felty down at first. That's going to be fouled off, so Felty's going to have to go back toward first. And so Cordell goes down in the count here. 0-2 now here to Willis. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 on here for East Carter here in the second. Nobody out. And that one's going to miss up high, so count goes here 1-2. Sun's starting to go down behind the trees here, providing some shade. As we said, it was about 84 degrees start game time, but definitely a whole lot cooler. And that is going to be catch Cordell looking, and that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to be another strikeout there by Willis. And that's going to be 1 away here for the Lady Raiders, as now it's going to be Biddle coming up to bat here, the designated player. 0 for 1 here in the game so far, flying out to right field. Williams picked up the out there for West Carter. First pitch goes right up short. And so that's going to move the runner to second, and that is going to be a single there. So that's going to be Biddle's first single here of the game. Hit that right through shortstop. So that's going to be bringing up now the third baseman here, Hall. Haley Hall, .432 hitter this season. 0 for 1. She struck out swinging in the first, was the first strikeout victim there as the first pitch goes off the backstop here. So it's 0-1 now here to Hall. So runners at first and second here for East Carter. 1 away here in the top of the second. There's the pitch, and that's going to be hit toward right field. It's going to be foul. That's going to be off the glove there of Williams, and so that's going to be a long foul ball there for East Carter. So count goes 0-2 here to Hall. Trying not to get a second strikeout here in their second at bat. Willis up ahead in the account. This will be her 70th pitch here of the game, as that is going to be popped up. And that is going to be caught there by Reffeth. But then they throw it away, and that's going to advance the runners to second and third. So off of the error. So Reffeth gets the out there for West Carter. So first pitch here to number 23 now. The first baseman, Felty, going to be in there for ball one. 0 for 0, she walked in the first inning. As that's going to be a little bit high up in the zone, so count goes here now 2-0 here to Felty. Runners at second and third here for East Carter. That's going to be swung on and missed, so 2-1 now here to Felty. As Willis looking over, getting the pitch here from Coach Stevens. Has what she's going to throw, puts it in, that's going to be low in the zone, so count goes now here 3-1 here to Felty. Two out here for the Lady Raiders here in the top of the second inning. They haven't scored just yet. And that's going to be in there for ball four, so that's going to walk the bases loaded there. As that's now going to be bringing up the ninth batter, the center fielder, number 22, Boggs. Abby Boggs, 1 for 1 on the day, picked up a 2 RBI single to right field. Also picked up a run and a stolen base in her first at bat here today. As this will be the 75th pitch here by Willis. And that's going to be in there on the outside part of the plate here for strike one. So Willis going ahead early on in the count. So 0-1 here to Boggs. Wes Carter trying to try to close out this frame, as that's going to be hit there toward right field, and Williams is going to make the catch there for Wes Carter, and that is going to retire the side. So Wes Carter ends up holding them scoreless this inning. So your score is going to be at the middle of the second inning. It's going to be 7-0. So East Carter gets no runs off of 2 hits, 1 error for the Lady Comets, and 3 left on base. So it's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batters here for West Carter with Willis, Lambert, and Rippeth. And we will be back here on the Cool TV Cool Hits Sports Network.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
And back here at West Carter, we're hitting into the bottom of the second inning. Your score is going to be East Carter 7, West Carter nothing. And so West Carter trying to get on the board here, in the first batter here this inning is going to be the pitcher here, number 22, Willis. First pitch going to be in there for strike one. Willis, a 404 hitter this season. 1 home run, 18 RBIs, 13 runs, and 57 at-bats. Second pitch, that's going to be fouled off. Stay away from that van. Thank goodness. Say, typically where I park at is behind the press box and everything, but that was about as close as you can get to that van over there. So, thank goodness it did not hit it. And this time going up high, a little chin music there by Tessie. Count here goes to 1-2 now to Willis. going to be high up in the zone. Count evens up here at 2 apiece. This will be Tussie's 20th pitch here in after 1 inning and going into 1 1/3 inning. That's going to be hit out of play and just about hit a little kid over there who got the last foul ball. Say that is definitely one thing. If you come to any of these sporting events, baseball or softball, be prepared and keep your head up and everything, because you never know where that ball is going to be going to. That one's going to be in the dirt, so count full up here, 3-2. And if you're here in town, make sure you come out to the ball game here. We'd love to be able to see you out here. Great crowd here for West Carter and East Carter together. They travel very well, about filled up the stands here. But if you can't make it, definitely watch all the action here on Cool TV. As that's going to be ball 4, so Tussie ends up walking Willis. And she's going to go down toward first base. Looks like Coach Stevens going to be coming in and bringing up a pinch runner here, so it's going to be number 33 pinch running in. That's going to be Nolan. And up to the plate here for West Carter is going to be senior here, number 23, Chloe Lambert. A .236 hitter here on the season. Has picked up 16 RBIs, 4 runs, and 55 at-bats. So runner at first here for West Carter. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second, as that one just barely misses up high, and so the count goes here 1-0. Here to Lambert. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to catch the inside part of the plate there. So Lambert now with a even count, 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lambert. That one going to miss just a little bit high, 2-1 now here to Lambert. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Count goes even here, 2-2. So Tussie, 26 pitches here going into the second inning. 9 balls, 17 strikes. As that's going to be swung on a miss, and Lambert goes down swinging. So that's going to be bringing up the third baseman now, Sarah Reffeth. A .353 hitter here on the season, 51 at-bats. It's got 13 RBIs and 6 runs underneath her name. First pitch going to be down in the dirt, ball 1. As Nolan out there on first base. Swung on a miss. Count evens up here at 1 apiece. Now here to Reffeth. That one's going to be fouled off into the brick wall here. Count goes now to 1-2 here to Sarah Reffeth. So Tussie now 30 pitches here on the day so far. 10 balls, 20 strikes. That one's going to be fouled off and into the dirt. Count still remains 1-2 here to Reffeth. And that is going to be hit up the short stop, and that's going to be bobbled there by the left fielder. And so Nolan stretches it over toward first, so that's going to be a single there for Reffeth. As Nolan advances over toward third. So Kyra Spillman up to the plate now here for the Lady Comets, a .286 hitter here on the season. 1 RBI, 5 runs, and 14 at-bats. Left-handed batter here. Swings at the first delivery as that one goes out of play, strike one. So runners at the corners here for Wes Carter. Wes Carter with the second runner in scoring position. Just one away here in the bottom of the second. Drop pitch goes low. Count goes here to 1-1. Spillman, the designated player here for Wes Carter. And so that's going to be fouled and out of play down the third baseline. Count will go here to 1-2. One out here for the Comets. As umpire getting new delivery here of softballs. So 1-2 here to Spillman. And that's going to be swung on and missed, strike three. So Nolan will stay there at third. Reffitt ends up advancing to second. And now that's going to be bringing up the right fielder here, number 1, Mackenzie Williams. .281 hitter here on the season. 2 RBIs, 9 runs, and 32 at-bats. Swings at the first delivery to her, and she goes down early in the count here, 0-1. Tussey trying to close out the page here as they get it down toward third and ends up picking off Nolan down third. So Porter throws it down toward Hall and ends up picking off Nolan, and that's going to end the inning there for Wes Carter. So Wes Carter ends up getting no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base there for the Lady Comets. And so we're back up at the top of the order here for East Carter. It's going to be Combs, Rice, and Porter here. When we come back, we are in the middle of the third inning here. Your score is East Carter 7, Wes Carter nothing, and we'll be back here on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Top of the third inning, and we start off with a hit, and that is going to be stretched out there for the first out here of the inning. So good job there by Wes Carter picking that up, coming straight out of the break there. Hits it over to McGlone for the ground out. So a 6-3 out there for Wes Carter. And that's going to be bringing up now number 15, Rice here. as first pitch in her is going to be in there for ball one. Rice, 2 walks here on the day. Up in the count 1-0 as she hits that one toward right field, and that's going to be out of play. This time Rogers' truck is safe. So counts even up here, 1 ball, 1 strike here now to Rice. And that's going to be hit by a pitch there. So Rice now on first after being hit by a pitch, and now it's going to be number 24, Trina Porter. Porter here 1 for 2 on the day. She got picked up an RBI double in the first inning, and then struck out in her second at bat there in the first inning. So she's 1 for 2 on the day with a double, RBI, and a run. First pitch in her is going to be in there for ball one. Good job there by Holbrook, holding the runner there at first. So 1-0 here. The Trina Porter. She hits that one up high towards short. And that's good. So they're going to get the out there at second as McGlone drops that one. So Rice ends up getting out on a 6-4 play. As umpires going to come together to discuss that one because McGlone was right underneath it, a can of corn to her there, but was kind of in and out of her glove. Ended up hitting hit on the ground. So still trying to figure out what's going on, and Coach Stevens so I think what they're ended up deciding on that, I'm going to have to change the plate here. Is that they're going to call out Porter. At second, or excuse me, they're going to say that Porter was out on the catch there by McGlone, and then on the transfer dropped it. So Rice is still going to be there at first. Tussey going to fly out there toward right field to retire the side, took ball one, and then in that one ended up flying out there to Williams. And so that's going to end up retiring the side. So we finally got the ruling on that, is that they're going to say Trina Porter flied out there to short field, and Peyton Wright was going to be staying there at first. And so that's going to retire the side there for East Carter here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. And so it's going to be the ninth batter, and then back up to the top of the order again here for West Carter. As we're heading into the bottom of the third, your score, East Carter 7, West Carter nothing. And we will be back here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
You having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
So back here at West Carter, as we finally got everything straightened out there, but nonetheless, third out was picked up there in the top of the third inning. Your score remains here, East Carter 7, West Carter nothing, as West Carter having their ninth batter here of the evening, the right fielder, number 1, Mackenzie Williams. Williams, a .281 hitter, swings at the initial offering there and is going to go down the count here 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Catches there at the bottom of the zone and gets her looking there. So Williams going down here early in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. It's definitely getting to be a pleasant evening here. And that's going to be swung on and miss. And so Williams going to go down in 3 straight pitches there by Tussey. So Tussey, 41 pitches here on the evening. 12 balls, 29 strikes, and we are back up to the top of the lineup here once again, and it's going to be number 44, Claire Holbrook, a .383 hitter. 1 for 1 here on the day. Started off things very well here for West Carter with a double to right center. That one's going to be down low and in the dirt, ball 1. Holbrook, a left-handed batter. Swung on a miss. Count evens up here at 1 apiece. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Holbrook here in the bottom of the third inning. That one's just going to miss there, so 2 balls, 1 strike here now to Holbrook. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be low in the dirt, so count goes 3-1. So one of the first times Tussey has been behind in the count here today. 3-1 here to Holbrook. And that's going to be low, ball 4, and so Holbrook's going to head down toward first base. And that's going to be bringing up now senior here, number 15, Cameron Burton. Struck out looking there in the first inning at her first at bat. Hoping to keep this train rolling on here. Swung on a miss, strike 1 there to Burton in her initial offering. One out here for West Carter. Swung on a miss. Nolan threatening there at first. This is number 5, Nolan, I should say. So 0-2 here to Burton. Swung on a miss. And they're going to try to pick off Nolan there down first. That's going to be 2 away here for the Lady Comets. So it's going to be number 3, Brandy McGlone, coming up to the bat here for West Carter. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That one's going to be fouled off behind or over top of the press box. Counting here goes 0-1 here to McGlone. She's 0 for 1 here on the day, struck out swinging in her first at bat in the 1st inning. Looking for her first hit here today. Gets that one, and that gets just by the shortstop. And we've got a situation now. We got the pickle going on, and they're going to get Nolan there at first. And so that's going to be a single there for McGlone. And then Nolan is going to be tagged out there as they get it from Hall, I think, eventually comes over from second to pick her up. And so East Carter's going to keep things scoreless here through 3 innings. West Carter gets no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base there for the Lady Comets. And so for East Carter, it's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batters in Cordell, Biddle, and Hall. We'll be back here in just a few moments here on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
And it's going to be Cordell now up to bat here. Takes ball 1 here in the initial offering here by Willis. Of course, Cordell 0 for 1 on the day. She picked up a walk there in the 1st inning and then struck out looking there in the 2nd. And that's going to be in there for strike 1. So count goes here 1-1 now here to Cordell. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off behind, over top the netting there. Count goes here 1-2 now here to Cordell. So right now Willis here, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts here in 87 pitches. And that's going to be in there for ball 2, so count evens up here 2-2 here to Cordell. That one's going to be fouled off into the netting here once again. Count still remains here at 2-2. As we said, great crowd out here at West Carter. Beautiful evening here for softball. So if you're here in Olive Hill, come on out. You know, if you don't like softball, we got some soccer going on. Check swing there. As they're going to say no, she did not go, so that's going to be 3-2. So full count here now to Cordell. This will be Willis's 90th pitch here of the game. And that's going to be ball 4, so Cordell's going to pick up her 2nd walk here of the evening. And that's going to be bringing up here number 9, Emily Biddle. 441 hitter here on the season. 1 for 2 here on the day. Her first at bat in the 1st inning, she flew out to right field. In the 2nd inning, picked up a single through the hole at shortstop. East Carter still leading here 7-0 here in the top of the 4th. Fouls that one off. Count goes here 0-1 now to Biddle. So 0-1 here, the count. Emily Biddle swings at that pitch, and that goes right toward second base, and that's going to be caught there by McLeese. So popped out there to second, and that's going to be one away here for East Carter. Cordell will stay there at first. And now it's going to be Haley Hall up to bat here for East Carter. 0 for 2 here on the day, struck out in her first at bat in the first inning and then flew out to third there in the second. Popped that one out and just about hit her in the head. Oh my goodness. That one hit a tree right above the net and then just about came back down and hit her in the head. That's why you wear helmets in this game, folks. But nonetheless, count goes here 0-1 now. Here to Hall. That one's going to be pitched out, and they're going to try to get a play there at second, but Holbrook's going to hold on to that. So pitched out. Holbrook able to stop that, but base runner's going to steal first base, so Cordell's going to advance on to second base on the stolen base. We got runners now, or a runner now at second base. Count goes here 1-1 now here to Hall. Top of the fourth inning. That's going to miss outside and just a little low. Count goes here 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strikes here to Haley Hall. Looking for her first hit here of the game. And that's going to be a bit high. Holbrook chasing back Cordell back to second base as it goes 3-1 now here to Hall. West Carter outfield keeping a pretty good spaced out difference, not putting on any shifts right now. And that's going to miss just outside, ball 4, so that's going to put runners at first and second base. As now, number 23, Shelby Felty, going to be coming up to the plate now here for East Carter. Felty, no official at bats here this game. Walked in the first inning and then walked in the second inning. And gets a hit right up the middle and past McLeese. That's going to score 1 here for East Carter, so that's going to be an RBI single there for Felty. So Cordell scores in from second base. Hall goes to second base on the RBI single there by East Carter. And so now it's going to be Abby Boggs coming up to the plate here. Boggs 1 for 2 here on the day. Picked up a single in the first inning to right field, and then in the second inning she flew out to right. She's picked up 2 RBIs and a run and a stolen base here today. As East Carter now leads this 8-0 here in the fourth inning. First pitch shows bunt, ends up going foul. Count goes here 0-1 now here to Boggs. Combs on deck here for East Carter. As you can see the wind shaking our camera a little bit. So wild pass ball goes there. Wild pitch goes beyond, or goes toward the backstop, and that's going to advance the runners as it's now 1-1. So Hall will advance over toward third. Felty advances on to second on the pass ball. That one going to be fouled off. Good catch there by Holbrook, but unfortunately off the back of the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Boggs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Watch out, Rogers' truck. Didn't quite hit it that time. Still 1-2 as Willis now crossed the 100 pitch mark. She's got 102 pitches. Went ahead in the strikes. She's got 49 balls, 53 strikes here in her tenure. That's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes even here, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here now to Boggs. Misses outside, so full count here now to Boggs. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Willis getting the pitch now from the pitching coach. Gets what she wants. Here's the payoff pitch. And that's going to be high up in the zone, and that's going to walk the bases loaded there for East Carter. And not who they want to see right now, as it's going to be the leadoff hitter now, Lydia Combs here for the Lady Raiders. 1 for 2 here on the day. She ended up walking in the first inning, picked up a triple in the first inning, and then grounded out to short in her last at bat. So she's got a walk, 2 RBIs, and a run here for the Lady Raiders. First pitch catches the inside part of the plate there. Going to be called strike 1. So 0-1 now here to Combs. Pond is full of ducks. That's going to miss just up high. Count goes here 1-1. As we said, great day for softball here at West Carter Middle School. The sun has went down a little bit, shading up the field. As good stop there by Holbrook to prevent the pass ball. Count goes here now 2-1 now here to Combs. West Carter trying to get out of this jam here in the 4th. So already give up 1 run. And that is going to be a hit there toward right, and that's going to end up being fouled. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Combs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit right up the middle and past the second baseman. That's going to score 2 here for the Lady Raiders. And so that's going to be a 2 RBI single there by Combs. Just puts it right there in the hole there at second base. Hall ends up scoring there from third. Felty ends up scoring as well. Boggs advances over toward third. And Combs is going to be there at first. So that's going to make it 10-0 here in the 4th. West Carter desperately needing to stop things here. Of course, having to get 15 runs to get the Mercy here in the 4th, but West Carter's going to have to get some runs here on the board to keep the Mercy from going on, as that's going to be well hit there towards center field. They get the out. That's going to end up scoring another run. So Rice flies out there. I believe that was Burton that ended up picking up the out there in the outfield. Nice hit, Pete, nice hit. Boggs will end up scoring there from third base. And Combs will stay at first. So it's going to be Trina Porter now up to the bat here for East Carter. 1 for 3 here on the day. He picked up a double in the first inning, struck out in the first inning, and flew out to shortstop there in the third. First pitch going to be outside, ball 1. So your score right now, East Carter 11, West Carter nothing. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's going to be well hit. And nice catch there by Cameron Burton there in deep left center field. As Burton got on her horse and picked up the out. So that's going to retire the side there for East Carter, but the damage has been done as they give up 4 runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And so it's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters here for the Lady Comets. Coming here in the middle of the 4th, your score, East Carter 11, West Carter nothing. We'll be back here on the Cool TV, Cool Hits Sports Network.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
And back here at West Carter, where East Carter did some damage there in the top of the 4th inning and has got an 11-run lead as they lead here 11-0 here over the West Carter Lady Comets. And so now coming to the plate here for West Carter is going to be number 4, Bailey Artrip. Artrip here 0 for 1 here on the day. She flew out to shortstop in the first inning in her first at-bat. So Tussey coming in. This will be her 52nd pitch of the game here as Artrip swings and misses. That's going to be strike 1 here for the first baseman. Tussey, 16 balls, 36 strikes, and 52 pitches here going into the 4th inning. We definitely like to thank Vanceburg Electric for part in sponsoring this game here as well. As today's game's brought to you in part by Vanceburg Electric plant, reminding you to always call 811 before you dig. As that is going to be there at short, throws it out over the first, and that's going to be 1 away here for West Carter, as that's going to be Combs to Felty there for the 6-3 out there in the first inning. So the pitcher now, Willis, coming up to the bat now here for West Carter. Walked in the second inning, so no official at bats. But as we said, Vanceburg Electric, as we can get that strike 1. Vanceburg Electric, reminds you to always call 811 before you dig. Don't accidentally dig into power lines. Call the, as that's going to be fouled off. As I said, don't accidentally dig into power lines. Call 811 first, and this message is brought to you by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board. So thank you, Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, for your sponsorship of local high school sports here within the 16th region. That one's going to be fouled off down the third base line. Count's going to remain here 0-2 now here to Willis. So no balls, 2 strikes. Just fouled off the last 2. Here's Tussey with the delivery. And that time that's going to go toward left field, and that is going to be down. And that's going to be a single there for Willis. Just put it just outside of the reach there of Nip out in left field. And that's going to be bringing up now the left fielder here, number 23, Chloe Lambert. As Lambert 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in the second inning. Swings and misses at this one's going to be strike one. Of course, Tussey here, 6 strikeouts here on the day, giving up 2 walks. That one's going to miss just high up in the zone. So 1-1 now here to Lambert. That's going to be in there for strike 2. So 1-2 here to Lambert. As that's going to miss on the inside. 2-2 now here to Lambert. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be low and inside. Full count now here by Tussey. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here for Lambert here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that's going to catch her looking there, so the payoff pitch goes in for a called strike 3, and so that's going to be 2 away here for Wes Carter. As that's going to be bringing up the third baseman now here, number 32, Sarah Reffeth. Reffeth 1 for 1, single to left field. Gets a little bit of a hopper there toward the pitcher, throws it over to first in time, and that's going to retire the side. And so Tussey throwing a shutout here today as Reffeth gets that back to Tussey and over to Felty for the out. So Wes Carter getting no runs off of 1 hit and no errors, 1 left on base there for the Lady Comets. And so they're going to have to try to hold East Carter at bay here as they lead 11-0 here heading into the top of the 5th. And so at the end of 4, your score is West Carter 0, East Carter 11. We'll be back here on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
And Stephanie Tussey leading things off, and that's going to be safe as she beats the throw there by McLeese over to Artrip. So on the initial offering, picks up a single. And so East Carter's got 1 runner on here in the top of the 5th inning. Courtesy runner coming in now here for East Carter. And now it's going to be Cordell now coming up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders. First pitch going to be in there for strike 1. Cordell 0 for 1 on the day, picked up a walk in the 1st and in the 4th inning. Struck out there in the 2nd. She's got 2 walks, 2 runs, and 2 stolen bases. As that one's going to be fouled off back into the woods here. Count goes now 0-2. Of course, interesting fact about Stephanie Tussey, she's hit Rogers' truck over there, a Gold Ford, 3 times here today. Talking to her mom, she says that she owes Rogers some body work. And that one was heading straight for Rogers' truck, but thanks the net there holds it away on Cordell's hit, so it's still 0-2 here. East Carter wanting to add on to their lead here to give them some insurance runs going into the bottom of the 5th. Willis now with 117 pitches here on the day, 55 balls, 62 strikes. As Cordell looking for her first hit here of the day. 0-2, nobody out, 1 runner on. That's going to be fouled off into the netting there once again. Good catch there by Holbrook, but once again off the netting, and that doesn't quite count, but makes for some good practice. That one's going to be low in the zone, so first ball here now to Cordell. 1-2 now the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As that's going to be fouled off into the netting once again. That is going to be her 4th foul here in this at bat. As Willis just crossed 120 pitches. Of course, in softball, if you're typically used to baseball, pitch counts about everything, knowing when you get a pitch again. Softball, no pitch count rules are in effect. That's going to be high up in the zone. Count evens up here at 2 apiece. Number 17, Felty there at first base. There for the Lady Raiders. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Misses outside. Full count now here now to Cordell. Emily Biddle on deck here for East Carter. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's going to be hit over top of second base. Rolls all the way to the fence. As that's going to score 1 there for the Lady Raiders. And so that's going to be an RBI double there by Cordell. So East Carter picks up another run here in the 5th inning and now leads 12-0 here over top of the Lady Comets. And as we said, up to bat coming up here is going to be Biddle. Courtesy runner going to be coming in here for the Lady Raiders. And it looks like that's going to be number 00 here, and that is going to be Goebel. As West Carter going to get a pitching change here. And it looks like it's going to be Bailey Artrip. Going to be going to the circle here for West Carter. As we see her stats, she's had 7 starts here on the year, 6-3 record with an 8.91 ERA. She's pitched 46 1/3 inning. It's given up 90 hits, 14 walks, 40 strikes, giving up 72 runs here on 797 pitches. So really they're just going to be switching up Willis and Artrip. So Willis is going to go to first base. Artrip's going to pitch. And as we said, that will close the book there on Willis here. Willis, 123 pitches, gave up 11 runs, 9 walks, and 3 strikeouts. As that's going to be well hit there to center field, just goes right in front of Burton there. as that's going to score 1 here for East Carter, as she's going to try to look for the inside the park home run, but they're going to hold her off there. So that's going to be an RBI triple there by Biddle. And so that's going to add on 1 more run there for East Carter, and they now lead here 13-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Artrip's pitch is going to be up high in the zone. So she threw 1 strike and then 1 ball here in her first 2 pitches. Now behind in the count here, 1-0 here to Hall. And that's going to be a nice hit there toward short. Stretches out over there to Willis, and looks like they're going to get that first out, but that's going to score Biddle there from third. So a 6-3 out there, McGlone to Willis. Scores Biddle, and so now it's 14-0 here for East Carter, and now up to the plate here for the Lady Raiders is going to be number 23. Shelby Felty. First pitch into her is going to be ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Felty. East Carter scored 3 runs here in the 5th inning. They started off very well with 7 runs in the first, held scoreless in innings 2 and 3, and then picked up 4 runs in the 4th, and they picked up 3 runs here in the 5th. That one's going to be in there for a called strike 1. So 1-1 with 1 out here for the Lady Raiders here in the top of the 5th inning. Going to be high up in the zone. Count goes now here 2-1. Felty 1 for 1 on the day. She picked up walks in the 1st and 2nd inning. Picked up a single there in the 4th to right field. She's got an RBI and 2 runs here on the day on her resume. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to be popped up. And that's going to be down right between right field and the shortstop. And they're going to say she is safe at second. So picks up a double there. And that's going to be bringing up the 9th batter here, number 23, Abby Boggs. Boggs here today, 1 for 2. Picked up a single in the 1st inning, flew out to right in the 2nd, and then she walked there in the 4th. Swings at the first initial offering there by Artrip. Count goes 0-1. 14-0 here, East Carter on top. 14 runs off of 12 hits. Artrip with the delivery. That's going to be high up in the zone. Count goes now here 1-1. So East Carter, as we said, started off very well there in the 1st, and they have held that lead all the way through. Stephanie Tussey. And that's going to be hit there towards center field. Cameron Burton's going to be there for the out, and that's going to be 2 away. Felty will stay there at third. And now the leadoff hitter here for East Carter, number 2, Lydia Combs. Combs 2 for 3 here on the day. Pops up the first one, and that's going to be there and out there by Holbrook, and that's going to retire the side. So ended up fouling it on a pop-up, and ends up Holbrook picking it up in foul territory. But the damage has been done there by East Carter. So East Carter gets 3 runs off of 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So it's going to be the last chance here for the Comets, needing to get some runs up on the board. Your score is East Carter 14, West Carter nothing. And so we will be back here heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Cool TV and on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
The Tri-State's best gun and ammunition store. the best fishing and archery departments in the tri-state, the largest selection of Benchmade and Case knives, and the largest selection of Liberty safes anywhere, and the area's largest turkey shotgun selection. Get ready for turkey and fishing season at Borders Sporting Goods, the best sporting goods shop around. US 60 West, Ashland.
And back here at West Carter, where it's going to be Spillman now up to bat here for the Lady Comets. Of course, taking a look at Stephanie Tussey here, throwing a shutout so far, thrown 64 pitches, walked 2 and struck out 7 here, as she has faced 14 batters here in the game. First pitch going to be fouled off. So Tussey gets up ahead in the count, 0-1. Spillman 0 for 1 here on the day, struck out swinging there in the second. Swung on a miss, and that's going to be 0-2 now here to Spillman. So West Carter needing 5 runs to keep themselves alive here in the 5th. As that's going to be low in the zone. Count goes here 1-2. So West Carter's picked up 4 hits here on the day. Tussey throwing a scoreless game so far. As that's going to be hit there towards short and gets through the gap. So Spillman picks up her first hit here of the game. Gets it right through the hole there at shortstop. And that's going to be bringing up the 9th batter here for the Lady Comets. Senior number 1, Mackenzie Williams. Williams pops this one up. Misses everybody there. Way to keep an eye out over there, the Antrobus family, as well as Corey Hedge, West Carter baseball player. And also American Idol gold ticket winner. That pitch is going to be inside. Count goes here 1-1. Williams 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in the 3rd inning. That's going to be swung on a miss, so Williams down in the count here 1-2. Spillman there at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be popped up and off the netting there. Good catch there by Porter, but obviously can't count that one. So count still remains here 1-2. Tussey, 71 pitches, very efficient here for the Lady Raiders here today. 21 balls, 50 strikes, as that one's going to be popped there right to the gap in left center. That one's going to end up rolling all the way to the wall. Spillman's going to hold there at 3rd, and that's going to be a double there for Williams. Put it right in the gap there at right center field. Spillman advances over toward 3rd. Williams goes toward 2nd, so West Carter's got 2 in scoring position right now, with Claire Holbrook coming up to the plate. 1 for 1 here on the day for the catcher. Doubled in the 1st inning and then walked in the 3rd. First pitch going to be in there for a called strike 1. Tussey trying to hold on to this scoreless game here. Tussey looking for the pitch that she wants, finally gets it. Delivers, and that is going to be well hit there by Holbrook, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's going to score 2 here for the Lady Comets. And so that's going to be a 2 RBI double there for Holbrook. As that one went right between Nip and Boggs all the way to the wall. Spillman scores from third. Williams scores from second. And as I forgot, it is the birthday girl, Cameron Burton. Would love to have a gift right here. As she's 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first and then swinging in the third. As first pitch in hers called strike. So Wes Carter picks up 2, so this will not be a scoreless game here. Tussey loses the shutout on that 2 RBI double there by Holbrook. Swung on and missed. Count goes 0-2 here to Burton. And swung on a miss, and so Burton goes down here in 3 straight pitches. Not the birthday gift she was looking for. So it's going to be Brandy McGlone now here for the Lady Comets. The shortstop here, 1 for 2 here on the day for McGlone. Struck out in the first inning, then picked up a single to left field in the third. First pitch popped up and bouncing around like a pinball machine on the trees behind us for an interesting strike 1. So 1 on 1 out here for Wes Carter as they picked up 2 here in the 5th. They need at least 3 more to keep themselves alive. As that's going to be popped up there. Shortstop Combs gets on her horse and picks that one up for the second out here for the Lady Comets. So popped up right around to shallow left field. Combs gets on her horse and picks it up, and so East Carter's 1 out away here from picking up the victory on the road here. Bailey Artrip up to bat now. The new pitcher here for Wes Carter, 0 for 2 here on the day. Swings at the first one, and that one had some velocity on that fastball there by Tussey. 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to short field there in the first, grounded to short in the 4th. And there's a hit right toward short again. Throws it over, and that's going to be in time, and that is going to be the ball game there. So a 6-3 out to finish the inning, and so that's going to finish things out. Tussey gives up 2 runs there in the 5th, and so that is going to be it here at Wes Carter as team's going to shake hands here. And so we'll take a brief break here as we finish off the 5th inning. So it's the mercy rule here at the end of the 5th. So we will take a quick break, and then we will be back here with some stats here for today's game. Your final score here at Wes Carter Middle School, East Carter 14, Wes Carter 2. We'll be back here on the Cool Hits, Cool TV Sports Network.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family-oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you. You know, they know you by name.
You know, you may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
The Tri-State's best gun and ammunition store. The best fishing and archery departments in the Tri-State. The largest selection of Benchmade and Case knives. And the largest selection of Liberty safes anywhere. And the area's largest turkey shotgun selection. Get ready for turkey and fishing season at Borders Sporting Goods, the best sporting goods shop around. US 60 West, Ashland.
over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, you know, they know you by name.
You know, you may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
And back here at West Carter Middle School, where your final score here is East Carter 14, West Carter 2. Mercy Rule finished up here in the 5th inning. So let's take a look at some stats here for the game. Of course, taking a look at score by inning. First of all, East Carter, started off very strong there in the 1st inning, ended up picking up 7 runs, was held scoreless in the 2nd inning and 3rd inning, and then picked up 4 runs in the 4th inning and 3 runs in the 5th inning for their 14 runs off of 12 hits. West Carter was held scoreless all the way to the 5th inning when they finally picked up 2 runs there in the 5th, but not enough to prevent the Mercy Rule finish there in the 5th inning, so they end up scoring 2 runs off of 7 hits. Taking a look at East Carter, first of all for Lydia Combs, she had 4 at-bats here tonight, picked up 1 run off of 2 hits, 4 RBIs. She had a triple on the night, had 1 walk as well. And then looking at Peyton Rice, she had 1 at-bat here tonight, picked up 1 run, 1 RBI, ended up walking twice and had a stolen base, and she was hit by a pitch 1 time. Trina Porter, 4 at-bats here tonight, 1 run off of 1 hit, 1 RBI when she had a double on that as well, and then of course she struck out once. Stephanie Tussey had 4 at-bats here today, ended up scoring 2 runs off of 3 hits, had 2 RBIs as well. And then you had Adriana Cordell there today with 2 official at-bats, ended up picking up 3 runs off of 1 hit, 1 RBI. She had a double there on the day, ended up walking twice, had 2 stolen bases, and struck out once there. Emily Biddle had 4 at-bats, ended up with 1 run off of 2 hits, 1 RBI. She had a triple there on the day. Haley Hall ended up having 3 at-bats today, picked up 1 run off of no hits. She ended up with an RBI as well. She did have 1 walk here on the day, and I believe with 1 strikeout. Shelby Felty with 2 at-bats on the day, 2 runs off of 2 hits, 1 RBI. She had a double on the day with 2 walks. Abby Boggs was 3 for 2 on the day. She had 3 at-bats, picked up 2 runs off of 1 hit, had 2 RBIs. She ended up walking once, 1 stolen base as well. And that's it for East Carter. They ended up with 27 at-bats, picked up their 14 runs off of 12 hits. And had 3 doubles, 2 triples, 9 walks, 4 stolen bases, and 1 hit by a pitch, and only 3 of them struck out there on the day. And, of course, they improve up to 14-7 here on the season. For West Carter, taking a look at their stats here, you had Claire Holbrook. She had 2 at-bats, and she had no runs with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and both of them was doubles. Ended up with 1 walk here on the day. Cameron Burton was 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts. Brandy McGlone was 0 for 3 on the day, had 1 strikeout. And then Bailey Artrip had 3 at-bats today, no runs, no hits, and no strikeouts, no walks for her. Alyssa Willis had 1 at-bat with 1 hit, ended up with 1 walk. Chloe Lambert was 0 for 2 on the day, had 2 strikeouts. Then you had Kira Spillman was 1 for 2 on the day, had 1 run off of 1 hit. struck out once, and then Mackenzie Williams was also 1 for 2 on the day with 1 run off of 1 hit. She had a double there, struck out once during the game. And so that's your batting. So Wes Carter had 20 batters during the game, ended up picking up 2 runs off of 7 hits, had 2 RBIs. 3 triples on the nights there for the Comets. They ended up, 2 of them ended up walking, 1 stolen base for Wes Carter, and then 8 of them struck out in on the day. So your winning pitcher here today was Stephanie Tussey, who ended up having the complete game, giving up just 2 earned runs there for East Carter. She walked 2 and struck out 8 over 81 pitches. Then Wes Carter, the loss is going to go to Alyssa Willis, who gave up 10 runs, or 10 hits, 14 runs, 9 walks, 3 strikeouts, and hit 1 on the day. And then Bailey Artrip came in during the 5th inning, and she gave up 2 hits as well. And so that's your stats here from Wes Carter as the JV game getting ready to get fired up. But we're going to take a break here, and then we're going to see what's up next for these teams as we get here. So your final score, once again, 14-2. East Carter wins on the road and wins round 1 of the Battle of Carter County. So we'll be back here on the Cool Hits, Cool TV Sports Network.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with the vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
And your final score once again here, East Carter 14, West Carter 2 through 5 innings. And so East Carter, as we said, improves up to 14-7 on the season. They are 7-0, perfect in the region, and they are now 4-0 inside of the district. West Carter falls down to 9-11 on the season, 5-8 inside the region, and they are an even 2-2 inside the district. So Coach Calhoun picks up another victory. He just crossed the 300 win mark down in Myrtle Beach not that long ago, and tacks on another win here today. So for East Carter, tomorrow they're going to be traveling to Pikeville and playing in the Lindell Potter Memorial Tournament. So on Friday, they're going to be playing Elizabethtown, Tennessee. And like I said, those games are going to be at Pikeville. That's going to be an 8 o'clock first pitch. Then they got a game that hasn't been determined yet. That's going to be in on Saturday, probably early on in the morning. And then they're going to be playing Paintsville at 10:30. So that's going on there as well before before hosting West Carter on Monday the 24th. And, of course, we'll be covering that game live here on the Cool TV, Cool Hits Sports Network. So that's taking a look at there for West Carter. And then next week as well, they're going to be taking on Morgan County on Tuesday at home. The West Carter game starts at 5:30, or supposed to start at 5:30. The Morgan County game set for 6 o'clock. Then they're going to be playing Boyd County at Boyd on the 27th, and then traveling down to Knott County Central on the 28th. So not that many home games for East Carter. So if you can get a chance to come out Monday and Tuesday, watch your Lady Raiders there in action. For West Carter, taking a look at their roster, tomorrow they're going to be traveling down to Mason County for a 6 o'clock first pitch. Taking on the Royals before heading over to Grayson on Monday and taking on East Carter, and then traveling down to Berea for a 6:30 first pitch start time down there as well. And then they're going to be on the 27th, they're going to be hosting Morgan County here at home, a 6 o'clock first pitch. And then on Saturday the 29th, they're going to be taking on Martin County at 1 o'clock. and then before going to, and that's going to finish up April there, and then on the 1st of May they're going to be heading to they're going to be hosting Boyd County for a 5:30 first pitch. So that's going to finish us here from West Carter Middle School as East Carter picks up the victory here today. Coach Stevens, not the result that he was looking for, but I'm sure that he was happy that his team did get some, picked up some good hits and everything else, some nice doubles, and they're going to try to see what they can do here in the JV game coming up. But that's going to finish our broadcast here today. So for Jeff the Mantis Irwin and the Cool Hits Sports Network team, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your time and staying with us here tonight, and glad that you can join us. And as always, if you're in town, come around and watch these girls or boys and all of our sports teams in action. Around, whether it's baseball, softball, or any other season, come out and check out the ball game. But if you can't make it, make sure that you watch us here on Cool TV on YouTube, and we're always glad to have you aboard there. So for Jeff the Mantis Irwin, thank you very much for tuning in here today, and we will see you all next time here on the Cool TV Sports Network and Cool Hit Sports Network. Good night, God bless you all, and we'll see you all again next time.
Thank you for watching another exciting high school baseball and softball contest on Cool TV. This broadcast of high school baseball and softball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.